Ready, guys?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3,
Slay!
Welcome back, guys, to Speak-Easy.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Welcome. Good morning.
It's so
Good morning,
early.
everyone.
I am tired.
How's everyone? This is a week after Valentine's Day. I hope
It
everyone
is.
enjoyed.
Yeah. I went to church and got my ashes for
I
Valentine's.
didn't even know
Same
that fall on the
here.
Oh,
same
yeah.
day. That was
Right,
crazy.
your ashes, right?
I celebrated Valentine's Day with Jesus.
I celebrated with my mom.
Oh, that's
Did you guys do anything special?
I made brownies.
sweet. For her?
Yes.
Or for
Matcha?
yourself?
Also for myself, but I mean for her
good,
too,
good.
yeah.
Let's introduce ourselves again, starting from over there.
Hello, I'm Greg.
Hello, my name's Tim.
Hello, I am known as Cesar.
Hello, I am Alyssa/Alyzza.
It's V.
I'm Mark.
What's with the low energy today, guys?
No.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Ready? More passion, more energy, more footwork.
More energy.
Aye.
You guys want to hear a sip?
ASMR. You got a coffee when you asked me to get you another one?
No,
That's
this
a
is tea.
Tea? Okay.
I do want coffee though. Thank you for getting me coffee though.
Yeah.
I appreciate
water.
it.
But welcome back, guys. If you guys tuned into last week's episode with Alyzza, she talked about how to love. So very lighthearted, very fun, right? But this episode, I wanted to take it to
A dark place.
a darker, more serious,
Yeah.
opposite side of the spectrum. Just because we've had a few other relationship episodes before, right?
Yeah.
But they've always been pretty lighthearted. So
Positive.
today, can you guess our topics?
I can guess it.
Oh, right.
What is it?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
How to cheat?
Hey, yo. That's crazy.
That is
On
not
our
our
tag.
podcast. That
Don't
is
do
How to
No.
never get caught.
well, on that topic, that's toxic relationships.
That's right. That's our topic for today, guys.
Yes. I just wanted to start out here asking if anyone has been in a toxic relationship before.
Yes.
Let's start with Mark.
Yes.
Mark, okay, on this side.
Yes,
That's
I have
good.
been in a toxic relationship. Next.
Let's start with
I have
Greg.
also been in a toxic relationship. Let's go down the line.
Okay.
Yes.
Would I describe it as toxic? It had toxic moments.
Yeah,
but,
I was gonna say
Yeah,
maybe
is
not
the whole thing
entirely
toxic?
toxic, but
like,
it
obviously
ended
towards
toxic.
the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take.
I've never been in a toxic relationship, but I've been in a toxic situationship.
Oh,
that's a
okay.
nice perspective over
Yeah.
I am the toxic person in the relationship.
We love to
Self-awareness.
be,
Yeah, I
self-awareness.
know. He accepts it.
It is me.
As you should. As you should.
I'm
Slay.
a king.
Slay king.
Well, I'll start off with maybe not a lot of people know, but I was in a 9-year relationship in the past, from high school.
9 years is crazy.
That's a lot.
I'm
That's
sorry.
like your whole life.
Yep. That is a whole decade, but I feel like especially when you're growing up from childhood and going through the different stages into adulthood, you're going through so many changes that it really affects the relationship, and especially when you don't know what love really is at a young age, and that's what you think it is because this is what you only know. So I can talk a little bit more later, but I know Alyzza, we have
Literally
very
the similar situations. I was also in the 9-year relationship. I think both of our relationships started maybe like
a
2
few months, yeah.
from each
Oh,
other.
really?
Did
Yeah.
all of our relationships start around the same time?
What year?
Like mine started 2014, right?
2014, yeah.
All of ours,
Yeah.
the three of us, we all
How about
started
you?
dating at the
That
same
side
time.
of the table.
Couldn't be me.
No, you guys didn't have like high school relationships?
I mean, yeah.
I
but, like,
technically didn't. Yeah.
No.
I think they'd be
okay.
called situationships for me now.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, Cesar?
but yeah.
High school relationship? Yeah. Well, we started at the same time and then around the same time, right? A few months.
Yeah.
And then we
Ended
ended
like a couple
few months. Yeah.
apart
It's
from
just,
each
Within.
other.
yeah.
You guys should have ended when I ended mine.
Yo,
I'm okay.
that would have been a huge chunk, like missing.
Yeah, I know. That's like how long did your relationship lasted?
When I started, we all started dating around the same time, like V said. Mine lasted 9 months.
9 months. Oh, the 9.
9
9
comes into
months?
play.
9 years.
Oh, you know the 369 rule?
That I was talking about in the previous episode also.
Do you know the 369 rule?
Yeah, we talked about it, right? It's like
Yeah.
9 is. what's
That's
after
when
that?
like you decide if you
if
can.
Be in the.
If
Yeah,
like,
if you're
fully
fully
commit.
commit.
It's like
yeah.
the
So you said no, or she said no.
wait, what?
No,
To
mind.
Excuse
committing?
me. I'm looking at you. She ended it.
Damn.
She ended it.
Wait, I don't know what we're talking about.
so never
I'm gonna
mind.
start crying.
Okay, no crying here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be talking about our experiences, and
miss you.
everything's a lesson at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And I
Makes
hope
us who we are.
Yeah, we're all better now.
Yeah. I hope no one, regrets whatever they went through. Definitely, I took it as a lesson, the
For
big
sure, me
chunk.
too.
But yes, right down there.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about
Yeah.
the toxic one?
Oh yes, very much for me. I'm the toxic one.
Is how- yes, I agree.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask each of you guys. Let's name some signs to look out for in a toxic relationship. We can each name one and go down the line.
Okay. If they're like me.
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Please elaborate.
Okay.
they are
So
Greg.
signs of a toxic relationship. If you're going through like the 369, what did you guys explain the 369?
Yes.
I explained
Yeah.
the last
Last-
episode, so
Yeah.
Watch
okay.
to find out.
Yeah. Okay. So in the first 3 months, if they're definitely kind of flaky, that is
Okay,
that is a very
flakiness.
toxic
That's
trait.
one.
Like they
Tim?
cancel.
I think having a lot of insecurity is also a big one for me. So yeah.
I like
Check,
that.
Check.
Cesar?
Yeah,
do you
I'd
have one?
say like when they always want to receive but they never want to give.
Oh,
You know,
check.
Okay.
like
Okay.
effort, I guess.
I think for me, when they kind of just start little arguments
Oh.
all the time
Check.
for like no.
I feel like,
Like-
we're just describing
no
our
reasons.
previous relationship.
I wonder where I'm getting this from.
I would say broken trust. So like lying and then, just breaking the trust down the road over little lies.
I would say controlling.
Yes.
Controlling is a big factor of a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
So
So those are a
Wow.
few.
So now you know what we experienced. Each one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few more. I would say like if you're hoping that they would change or like you voice something bothers you and
Exactly.
yeah,
But they
like,
don't.
They don't.
Or maybe for a
hear
little
you
bit, but they
out.
don't completely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They'll be like, yeah, I'll do this, blah, 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 because I care for you. And then down the line, they're like, aha, just kidding.
Yeah.
Then that's
Being
That's a big
selfish,
one.
they
Is
only
that
care for
mindset
themselves.
toxic though? If you go into a relationship thinking like, oh, I could change this person, is that toxic to you guys?
I think so from
or-
your part, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think-
go into it trying to change someone.
Yeah, but some people do, and that's
Yeah.
kinda-
It's hard to change someone, but at the same time, I feel like, you're just hopeful that love is enough, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But do people really change?
I don't think anyone is willing to just change because someone told them to. They have to really work within themselves
be
that
like
they
growth.
want to change.
They need a canon
Yeah.
event. A canon
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Another one I wanted to say too. Extreme jealousy is a big one.
That's
Yeah.
Comes with the insecurity.
Comes with the insecurity. Yeah, definitely.
You-
Like I'm gonna be honest. In any
Yes.
relationship, you're gonna always have a little bit of jealousy. But if you are very, if you let that energy come out, that's when it gets really.
like a
Oh,
controlling
really
way,
toxic.
right?
Yeah, if it's too much.
Yeah.
It's within reason. I do think sometimes I feel like when your significant other is jealous, sometimes
That's
it
fine.
makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
You care about me.
you
like-
care about my
Right.
feelings. Yeah, but if you're just constantly jealous, like,
Like who you with,
borderline
where you at.
schizoaffective disorder, like,
Mhm.
bro.
chill.
Wait, so would you guys rather have someone who's 100% jealous all the time,
Ooh.
or someone
no.
who's never
Not at
jealous
all.
at all?
Never.
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 Probably never.
Yeah,
Never.
because then they're just secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might get a little bit annoying, but like you could live with it.
Guys, jealousy is like so hard.
Yeah. What is your experience with jealousy?
I just remember my ex, he had definitely some jealousy issues. Especially, and it's just crazy to think because we were together, like I said, for like, let's say at that time when this argument happened, like 8 years already. And I went out with a friend and the friend's cousin. And that night when I got home, it was a full-blown him yelling at me.
Yeah.
Like degrading me so much. Like I was crying. I was at my lowest point in that relationship because I was like, what did I do to deserve someone yelling at me for so much and for something that I didn't mean for it to happen? I just went out. I didn't do anything. I wasn't romantic with any person that I was with. You know, I was just having a good time. We were just at the mall. We were just at the mall, and like the fact that you have to be that jealous after so long, and so long for me, like trying to prove myself that, you know, I love you, that I care for you, to just bring me so low. That's when I knew, like, I don't know.
That's kind of childish.
Yeah.
It's extremely childish. It was like, it just drains me so much, and I think about it and I'm like, oh, that is scary.
Was it like a controlling part where like they wouldn't allow you to do certain things because they're so jealous, like not hang out with certain people?
I guess. Well, it's like he never wanted to tell me no, but it's when I choose to actually do that, I have to come back home with dealing with all those consequences.
So it's like an indirect no.
Yeah.
I hated
Exactly.
that.
It makes you they make you feel bad for
Yeah.
going, right? Type of situation.
Yeah, they make me feel so guilty, like almost hate myself. Be like, why? Do I really deserve someone yelling at me so much and degrading me so much just because I did that? It makes you like question, like, why? What did I do?
Right.
Where do you think that jealousy like stems from? Because I know for a lot of guys, when we see like our girls or like our significant other going out with another guy, most of the jealousy doesn't come from her being with another guy, but kind of like we don't know what the other guy's intentions are.
Yeah,
So-
I've heard that like they trust their girl, but they don't trust
The guy.
the guys
The guy.
You don't know
around
who it
them.
is.
I hear that a lot, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the end of the day, you shouldn't be giving your girlfriend all the shit.
That's it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
like argue
Agree.
with her.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the childish part of that, right? Like whenever you say you trust your girl but you don't trust the guys there, you technically don't trust your girl, because if you really did trust your girl, regardless of what kind of sleazy guy they might be around, they're still gonna go back to you regardless.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't control the other guy, you can't control your girl, but you have to give the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna do something right in that situation, because if you do them right, then they're gonna do you right. And that's how it goes. So, I mean, a little bit of jealousy makes sense, because there is some validity of saying, like, you know, what if this guy just like goes on top of you
Yeah.
stuff,
He's like
right?
trying to get you.
In that situation, and you're not there, that's all your girl, and she's gonna protect herself regardless.
Period. Also, just to add to that, do you think, if that's the scenario, do you think the other person, the person who's being the jealous one, is also projecting his insecurities?
I was,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
think that's a pure
I
projection.
think so too. Like, if you flip the scenario where the girl or the guy is the one who's out at that moment, and there are girls out there that goes up to the guy, I feel like the guy would. That's why he doesn't trust the girlfriend, because of the sole fact that if it was him on the other shoe, he would also do this.
Yeah.
He would do what he's projecting.
That's what I was saying too. Like,
I
what
can
goes
see
around
that.
comes around, right? Yeah. Like if you choose.
So, I guess Alyzza, if you flip the situation, would you have gotten mad at him?
No.
Damn.
I think that's a securement thing with yourself too.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
yourself.
because it's like he definitely had issues in the past. I think that was just like, you know,
One
the
of the
break.
major
The
ones.
major ones. And at the end of the day, every single time I would try to almost prove myself, be like, hey, don't worry. I tried to, you know, keep him secure. And
The
keep
thing is,
him-
like, you never showed him a reason to even get to that
Exactly.
point.
You guys all know me. What did I do? What did Alyzza do on her weekends? Nothing.
sleep in.
Nothing. Sleep, you know? Like he had no like reason to kind of like not trust me or doubt me. So at that point I was just like, why?
Yeah, that's a personal issue at that point, because if you're not giving him any reason and you're not going around, you know, causing him to not trust you, that's a personal thing at the end of the day.
Yep.
And yeah, you didn't have to, you didn't deserve that or to deal with that.
Period.
Period.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, we're broken people here.
Yeah.
In the past.
In the past.
We have all gone through a lot, especially like me and you.
Definitely, for sure. Any other ones that you guys, any signs?
I got a question actually. So I've been joking about this since the beginning of the episode. What is your most toxic trait?
That's
Since
true.
we
It's a
talked
two-way
about
street.
some
Personal
toxic trait.
Yeah, we have to be self-aware too.
I'm gonna be self-aware. My number one toxic trait is that I suck at communicating. Like sometimes it's hard for me, like, and I told you guys about this the last episode too. I like find it difficult to talk a lot about like what's going on in my feelings. It doesn't mean that I can't, and I will, right? It's just that I have to process it properly through my head first, and I'll tell you on the spot. But I need my time. I need to take my time to process it. That's like the healthy thing that I do. But it comes up as toxic because like if in this situation, I'll come up as like I'll become very, very cold in that situation. Yeah.
For me, I don't know if this is really toxic.
He's like, I don't know.
These are self-aware. No, I can check out of the relationship. That's a big problem that I've been trying to improve on. At least I'm self-aware, the first step to resolve a problem is to at least be aware of it. And basically I tend to, not all the time, but there are times where I prioritize my significant other less. And I feel like when I'm also dating, I try to find someone who would be okay with that. I don't know if that's toxic enough.
I don't think so, because that's just like...
Because there are days where I find being in a relationship as a chore. Does that make sense?
No, but don't we all feel that way to a certain extent?
I think some people need their personal space.
Yeah, you need time to yourself.
Yeah.
I need my personal space a lot.
You prioritize that.
I also have different priorities in life that I need the other person to respect that.
Yeah.
I can't really give you quality time, like a lot of quality time, because I'm busy, if that makes sense.
And that's your boundary. That's
So I get to check out sometimes. Yes.
Maybe you'll like a person that's more compatible with you is in a similar lifestyle.
I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Where
for.
they also need some
someone
time
who's like professional, also like actually knows.
Like they won't get butthurt if
Exactly.
you
You
like
have
leave them
to
alone for a
interview
little
them
bit.
before they start dating.
Yeah, like do you have a resume?
Dude, I actually want to try that, the interview process.
Yeah. Like, do you have a cover letter for me?
Fill out this form, please, this Google form, and then we'll go.
I look, want to put that in my Instagram bio.
Oh my god.
A link.
Fill out
The
this
doc.
Google Docs if you want to date me.
You'll put it in the link
so
tree.
fun.
Wait, so Tim, say you could interview your future significant other with 2 other people in this room. Who are you choosing?
What?
To other people.
Yeah, because
Ooh, as like the
To help
viewers.
you into
Yeah.
To like
Because you know how-
perceive character.
Yeah.
That's I think I'll date Mark.
Wait,
Date
what?
Mark. I'll ask Mark.
I'll also
Oh.
date Mark.
Okay.
I'll ask Mark.
You could just tell him.
I love you, Mark. Let's date. I'll ask Mark
Let's
to
get out of the way, guys.
to judge who I'm dating, and then I'll also.
If it's not me, I'm gonna say no. Just letting you know.
No, because I feel like I'll have V,
Oh, really?
because I feel like V has the mature relationship mindset, and then Mark has the toxic relationship mindset.
Both sides.
And I need
It's like the
to-
angel and the devil on both
Yeah.
sides.
Exactly.
Tim, he's hot.
Tim, he's toxic.
Tim, I know he came from jail, but he's not as toxic.
Go through your whole face, Tim. It's fine.
Oh
You do
my-
you.
You deserve this. You do you. All right, back to you, V.
No, it's Cesar's
yeah.
turn.
Wait, what was the question again?
Personal toxic trait.
Ooh, wait, I was actually thinking about this. Can you come back to me?
All right, Alyzza.
I think mine would be like I definitely do think I need to always feel secure in a relationship. I don't know if
You need
that's because
reassurance.
I don't know if that's
Is
because
that
of my
toxic, though?
past. I don't know, because it's like, I mean, I know that my significant other cares for me and loves for me, but I do like hearing it. Like I said, I talked about this in the last episode. Like I do need to hear it as well. But I also think I'm also like the type, at least now, that I don't expect much anymore, and I don't know if that's toxic or not.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, you need to have boundaries, girl.
No, like I don't expect anything, as in like, you know, in my past relationship, you think down the line, oh, blah blah blah. But now I'm like, whatever.
Expectations as in like futures.
Yeah, I'm like,
just
whatever.
taking it each day.
Yeah,
type of
and I
thing.
don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It could be a bad thing because it's like, oh, you have no goals, you don't look far beyond. But I think that's just me now protecting myself and
More
not
guarded.
not trying to expect much, because I think that's what, you know, really killed me in my last relationship when it ended. Just looking and having all these plans and that just failing. And so that disappointment that I had for myself was, you know, really took a toll on me. So now I'm just not expecting much, which is like, Alyzza, maybe you should open up and like,
I think
kind
that's
of-
gonna take time.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll take time
good
in your
balance.
relationship
Yeah.
as it progresses.
You know,
Like, I
Alyssa's
see
just
it.
enjoying the ride. That's
Yeah.
really what's going on.
No,
She's
I'm
riding
not
the
saying-
waves with
Yeah.
it. That's not a
that's
bad
not a
thing.
toxic thing. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I'm
you know,
just-
because of your experience.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
The
chilling.
goals will come later on. You're just enjoying the moment for what you have. I think that's the best part. When you get to
Yeah.
that point where you're just enjoying it for what it is, not really looking for like the next thing or going on to your goal. I
Just
feel
living
like
day by day.
day by day
enjoying-
enjoyment, right? That's like I
Yeah.
feel like when you're getting the fullest part of the relationship, because you're just like experiencing it, you're enjoying it, and you're living every moment of it. I think that's the best part.
I wish I was more like that
Because
because
you
I'm a
never know.
planner.
Yeah.
I think that's kind
Yes,
of my
our
toxic.
opposites.
But is that
um,
expectations or just like logistically planning stuff out?
No, I mean, with me, like I would say my toxic trait is I like things to be a certain way, like plans to go if like plans are made, I like them to go through.
Like to the dot.
Not to the T. I'm not like that, you know, about that stuff. But I feel like if I have plans, if you can't keep your promise, that really like bugs me, and I think I'll lash out. Not lash, but I'll have an issue about it. My mood will change. I'll probably have an attitude, things like that. So opposite from you, I kind of do have expectations to a certain extent, and if they're not met, I can definitely kind of check out in a way.
Damn. So you don't like the person who can never say what they mean and mean what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big toxic trait.
Yeah.
You can't say what you mean what you say.
No, but I feel like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of disagree with V. I don't think that's a toxic trait of yours. I think it's just a preference.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I think the other way around, whoever like is not keeping promises, that's the toxic one. In the
I dealt
relationship.
with that broken trust.
Yes.
Like saying one thing and
then
not
doing
doing it,
something
doing
else.
it. Yeah. Or trying to keep promises that they can never fulfill. And that just over time makes me feel like, you know, you're not who you say you are, or I can't really rely on you or trust you that, you know, I can believe you in a sense. But yeah.
Well, if we're going back to real toxic traits,
Oh yeah, we got this. About to be a lot.
mine
List
would
them out, Mark.
Okay.
mine would probably be I'm neglectful. Like there'd be moments in the relationship where I'm just like, she could figure out her shit on her own. I want to be on my own and do my own shit, kind of vibe. You know, I like kind of similar to Tim's, where I check out at moments, but the way I check out is more so like, yo, stop bothering me. Let me just do my own shit for a minute.
This is why we should date, Mark.
Yo,
Realizations.
yo, set up the
Realizations are
interview right now. Set up
Send
the
him the
interview
link.
right now. And then I feel like I also get kind of selfish in relationships,
Meaning?
where it's like I like things to go my way a lot of the time, and if it doesn't, I get a little agitated, and I'm like, why can't this happen in this way? Like, why do you have to push it towards this way when we could easily just go this way? Because I like to think in like an efficient mindset, and I feel like if I don't
I
act
feel
upon that, I get like really, it's like agitating.
Yeah.
I guess because I was spoiled as a kid. So.
Yeah. Mark is the youngest child. If you can't figure that out.
But yeah, That's that's an actual toxic trait that I have.
That's crazy because you forgot to mention love bombing. I remember someone saying, "I love bomb. That is the way I flirt."
Yeah.
That's toxic, man.
Yeah, Mark.
This is my next topic, but
Do you want to get into it? We got
wait.
2 more
We
minutes
have to
left
go
till
back
break.
to
to
Cesar,
Cesar.
Oh, right,
and then
right,
we can get back into the other one.
Cesar then break.
Yeah, I was thinking like mine's kind of like a double-edged sword in the sense that like when I feel something, like whether it's positive or negative, it's like a lot either way. So like when I'm like really feeling someone, like I'll be really into it, but like when I'm done with someone, I'm like done. So it's kind of similar to Tim's. Like I will check out a little bit.
Oh, is it like when they're not there, you miss them a lot, but when they're there, you just want to escape?
No,
Is
No,
that
I don't
similar?
think so.
I
Oh,
think
because that's how I feel.
he's either all in.
That's
Yeah.
a real toxic trait.
I think Cesar's saying if he's all in, then he's all in. If he's
Yeah.
out, then he's
Oh.
completely
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's no changing.
Like
his
sometimes
mind
there's no
type
in
of thing.
between, and
Yeah,
it's
there's like
kind
no
of crazy.
compromise. It's just
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Damn. So like when Cesar gets tired, he's tired.
He's
No, I don't
Yeah.
think that's I don't think that's toxic though. I think you just reach
I'll
your
give you a
limits.
scenario.
Okay.
You date this girl, a hot girl, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
And you love her, but
But-
then she gains 100 pounds after
Immediately?
in 3 months. You guys have been dating for like 2 years.
Cesar's buying her Ozempic.
Hey man, we'll work it out. We'll go to the gym.
What if she doesn't want to?
Huh? Why are you making this hard?
Cesar's sprinkling Ozempic in all her water.
For real.
What if it's like every time you guys have sex, she gains 100 pounds and she loses 100 pounds?
Huh?
Greg, stop
Only
with these
during?
scenarios.
Only during? That's crazy.
Well, we can figure that out
During
after
break.
this break.
Yeah.
Break.
That's interesting.
We'll
I
be
guess.
right back. Gonna
Yeah.
go take some Ozempic.
Oh my god.
Not sponsored.
Actually, don't take Ozempic.
I don't even know what that is. Someone
It's a-
enlighten me.
It's a weight loss drug.
The weight loss
Oh
Also for
drug.
diabetes.
pharmacist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Break.
See ya.
And
Slate.
2, 1.
Slate.
And we're
Welcome
back.
back, guys.
Meow meow.
Welcome back. Gosh.
Let's take it off where we left it at Mark.
You know, my fans, I love you guys so much. Like, I am so...
Stop love bombing. Get to the point.
Do you guys think love bombing is a valid way of flirting? Or...
I don't think I actually know what love bombing is. Like the
Let's
actual
talk
definition.
about it. Let's talk about
Give him
it.
a demonstration.
Is it just a lot of like words of affirmation?
All right, I'm
Alright.
setting the scene, okay?
Okay.
Me and Cesar are on a coffee date.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Cesar, what's your favorite coffee?
I don't like coffee.
Me too. Oh my god, I hate coffee.
Shoot.
So in
Yeah.
our wedding,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna make sure there's no coffee at all.
That's cool.
We're gonna make sure our kids never drink coffee.
That's
How are we gonna
fine.
tell our kids we met?
Huh? Maybe at a coffee
In a
date.
coffee shop, and
Yeah.
we both hate it so much. I
Yeah.
love you.
Guys,
Sure. Thanks.
I get it.
I get it now.
I get it. Holy
just
shit,
too
that's
much.
that's
And then
that's
you just want to
overwhelming.
like do PDA on the first date.
Mm.
Like lots of PDA.
Yeah.
It is overwhelming.
people
That is
unironically
holy
do this?
shit.
Yes.
Yep.
And the weird thing about love bombers is they love so quickly and they also ghost so
Withdraw.
quickly. They
Yes.
withdraw.
That
yeah.
is the effect of love bombing.
I don't know, Mark. Is that you too?
I think
Like actually.
the way I flirt is very similar to love bombing, but I don't think I actually love bomb.
You mean like you're making it more of a joke?
Yeah,
Like
like
you're
I like to
flirting-
banter.
Okay.
So
Like
it's
Not
like,
too
I'm
excessive.
Because I feel like people who actually love bomb, they like first date in, they start sending food to your house or like flowers to your
Oh
house.
no, that's too
already.
much.
Like
I
they
think-
go above and beyond, right?
No, I think it's a way of controlling the relationship. You're making this person fall for you. Like you have
Initially.
their feelings like at their fingertips. That's their tactic of love bombing. I feel
You're
like
toying with their love.
yeah.
Yep.
Have you guys been love bombed?
Have you been love bomb? I mean, have you loved bomb anyone?
No comment.
I have love bombed someone too.
You have loved bomb yourself.
What? No, I have love bombed before, and I also withdrew.
Damn.
Oh no.
Did it work, though?
I was
I'm
so
curious.
toxic, huh?
Did it work?
No, we're just talking. Yeah, this was in college, and it worked for a little bit, then not. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get out.
Don't you feel like shit after though?
You do.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's kind of similar to like a hookup where you feel like shit after you actually do the act.
Yeah.
Like once you love bomb, and then once you're out, you're like, I wish I was in love. And it's such a toxic feeling.
Yeah, I also think I was not in the right mindset at that point because I don't love bomb really. I don't typically love bomb, but I think I was like desperate at that moment to be with someone. So that's why I love bombed, and I didn't think it was right, so I just withdrew.
The push and pull.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna add to it too. I think I love bombed, but mine is like I actually said like the word "I love you" way too early.
That's crazy.
How's early?
Yeah,
But
how
you didn't
early is
mean it?
early?
We were already like official,
You said it, but you didn't mean it.
and
type of thing?
I think what it is that I said it, and I think I didn't mean it at the time, but I didn't really understand the true
What it meant.
meaning of like love.
So
So that's why
I don't think that's love bombing.
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I don't think so.
when you love bomb, you're aware of your true feelings.
Yeah.
So you would say I love you and know that you don't mean it. Like, you know what I
Ooh,
mean?
just to get the
I
result.
I'm not
with
saying
Mark.
that I'm a love bomber, but I'm just speaking from experience and things that I've heard.
so. I'm just naive. That's what it is. I'm
But
just
we
a
are all naive at some
fool.
point. So
Yeah.
I agree with Mark though. I think there's like a what do you call this? There's
A fine line.
a fine line. Also, you're more forcing to like have like this facade of a lot of affirmation, words of affirmation, even actions of love, even though deep inside you're not really there yet in terms
Yeah.
of connection.
It's like what V said. You're basically putting their emotions at your fingertips and using the way that you show and give love as like a sharp edge and like lifting
Yes.
yourself up, basically.
Agree.
Yeah, because you have someone that's attached to you and, has all these feelings
Yeah.
for you. Right.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, I have a personal experience from love bombing. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys
hear
ever
it.
heard
Let's
the
hear it.
story
I
before.
don't know if we
I
did.
don't think so. I don't think so.
But I experienced it firsthand with someone that like I just met, and they basically wanted to take me out, spoil me, treat me with like gifting is another sign to look out for, but it could be experiences, events, and dinners, just being taken care of in that way. And then
I want you to tell me everything that he said and did.
you're taking notes.
Yeah, it might be. No.
Okay.
what not to do then.
Toxic.
Okay.
Take them out.
Take them out.
Spoil them with
Spoil
gifts and
Food.
experiences. Could be events. And then telling them like things for the future, like promising them that it's going to get somewhere, or like that you're going to take them out here, or you're going to meet them here. Making
Oh,
promises for the future.
Empty
Empty promises
promises
of the future.
Reference.
Overly expressing their feelings for you. Even like you cannot miss someone that you just met. That's
I
Well,
agree.
I miss you.
You can.
no.
I think you
don't
can.
know anything about them.
No, I'm saying you can, but it's kind of superficial.
Yeah,
Like,
so you're
not
all
really missing
No, but I'm
them.
saying you're still missing them, but there's no depth to it.
No, I
You're
think
saying
you're
that
not
you're
missing the person. You're missing
The companionship.
the companionship and like the body. Or
Okay, yeah, no, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
But
are a
could still
physical
miss
touch type of
a
person.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I want to hear more about V's experience.
Sorry.
No, I mean it was just a very short period of time that this happened, and then making those promises that you would meet again, or you would take them out on these certain things, but just completely ghosting after that, or never keeping in touch is what were the signs we were saying that you withdraw after. And then because you're at what they do is basically they're making you feel such a high for them, like you feel a dopamine whenever you're with them, but then when they're gone you feel like
You feel empty.
you feel empty, you feel attached to something that was never really there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like you
So-
need them.
It's also like a misleading kind of image because giving you like that high makes you misconceive that it's always gonna be like that, even though for them it's just for show.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to get the person.
Exactly. Yeah. That is their tactic. But
So V, what were your emotions like throughout the process of it happening to you?
I think, like I said, I felt I was in a high of when this person was showing me all this like love that I thought was like true feelings. So, but I was also very guarded, and I had like a gut feeling like this was weird that it happened so fast. So I already had a feeling that this was too good to be true, and my gut was telling me like this is not it. But the guy kept trying to win over my trust because that's their tactic, right? And then in the end, like I felt, I don't know, like attached. I felt attached, as in like I thought I knew this person. I thought this person was doing this genuinely, you know, and I thought I was smart enough to not, you know, fall into like a trap type of thing.
Do you think you were actually falling in love?
No, not at all. Because it was very short period of time. I didn't know the person. It was just all the experience that I was going through at the time
With that person.
Yeah.
Yo, that actually
With
sounds
a
kind of
span
creepy.
of like few days, you know. Yeah.
Wow, men are trash.
Yeah, fuck that guy. No,
Oh gosh.
that's kind of creepy though. I feel like that's something that like a sugar daddy would do.
It's classic male manipulation.
Yep.
Classic.
Yep.
Classic male manipulation.
Like,
I feel like love bombing has always been a present thing and tactic that people have been using, right? It's
For
just now
sure.
recently we put a term to it.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Because like, yeah, like even looking at old films and stuff, like initially in like the first dates or whatever, men are always showering the woman with gifts, with flowers, with like all this lovey-dovey stuff, but like they never even knew who they were.
Yo, did
it
Aladdin
recording,
love bomb
please?
Jasmine?
What?
I can show you the world.
Oh.
But did he show her the world though?
He was
Aladdin-
on a magic carpet.
Aladdin is a toxic male figure who love bombs princesses.
Ay.
Dang.
And he might have kept it up.
You might
I
have
don't know.
This is something we touched on last week, like, you know, how we learned love through films and cartoons. Like, I feel like there are toxic relationships that are portrayed through films too, right?
Oh,
Yes,
sure.
of
Yeah.
course.
What comes to your mind when you guys think of toxic relationships on like cartoons or films?
Not Elsa, the other one. Anna?
Anna.
Oh, and Hans.
With Hans.
Yeah, that's right.
That is love
Is that
bombing.
love? That's love bombing.
Yeah, for sure.
Love bombing.
Literally, their song is all about
Let's get
Yeah.
married.
Let's get married. Yeah.
Bro, even Ariel
Ariel
Ariel and
Prince.
and Prince Eric,
really?
she just saw him and she thought he was cute. And you know, like, and then Prince Eric is the same. He just
And
saw
he
her on the
love
shore.
bombed her. He was like, I could give you legs.
No, literally.
Yeah.
He's like, I can fuck the shit out of your tail.
Damn, that's crazy.
I love sashimi.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Like,
Okay.
kill me, daddy.
Moving on from Disney.
We're derailing from the topic here. Okay?
sorry.
I don't know. I mean, we touched on Greg saying that his communication was a toxic trait of his. And I think communication is a very big sign of how a relationship can become toxic, where you have different communication styles.
Oh, yes.
And I had everyone here take a test on what their communication style is, either anxious, avoidant, or secure, right?
You mean that attachment style?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I was thinking,
call
is
it
it
as
about-
communication
Okay.
because
We
it
could-
leads into the communication.
Yeah.
We'll drop the
aspect.
link in the bio if you guys want to take the test
Yeah.
too.
It's actually pretty interesting
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
self-reflect.
so let's go down, and I can start with what mine was. I took this a long time ago, so it could have changed, but I'm 38% anxious, 25% avoidant, which is weird because in real life I'm not, and 88% secure. You guys want to go, and then we
Should
can
we
talk
say what
about
it
it?
means? Or
We can talk about it after.
Okay.
Let's just say the percentages.
Should I go or
first.
should we go down that way?
You can
I'll
go
go.
this way.
I got 50% anxious, 25% avoidant, and 75% secure.
All right. I am 13% anxious, 0 avoidant, and 75% secure.
Okay, and then I'm 63% anxious, 0% avoidant, and 75% secure.
You guys are fucking plastics.
What you mean?
I don't agree with any of y'all's.
Okay, we'll discuss.
Mine is so weird because I also don't agree with mine.
This test is weird.
No, because mine says 50% anxious, 63% avoidant,
no.
50% secure.
So I don't have my phone on me, but I remember like what I saw. It was like barely any anxious. It was like 2% or 4% anxious, and it was like 48% secure, 48% avoidant.
48 for
Yeah.
each.
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting. So, do you think your scores reflect how you
No.
really are?
I actually
No.
do.
Yeah.
You think you're secure, Cesar?
Hey.
Yo.
I'm gonna agree with Tim on
I'm not
that.
gonna say
Hey,
it.
hold on.
Hey, maybe
Just
he
to be
did
the
some
devil's
inner
advocate, I'm gonna agree with
Wait.
Cesar,
Word.
even though I agree with you, Tim.
Hey, yo, wait, I need to read what's secure. I agree with the first two. which
Take
was
it away,
ours
Cesar.
mostly.
Let us know what.
Hold
what
on,
does
wait, where's
each
the
of this mean?
definition?
I'll start with mine.
remember.
I feel like I am. I mean, I did say my toxic trait is like I need like my own space, yada yada yada. But when we have to communicate, I feel like I'm a very good communicator,
Yeah.
and that's why I never really had like a toxic relationship. I told you I only had a toxic situationship.
What was your avoidant percentage again?
It's like 63%.
That's high.
And I do feel secure because I don't really. I think my insecurity does not reflect towards how I act towards the other person. Like, for example, I think one of the questions was, oh, I don't feel like I'm attractive enough. And I said yes to that, but at the same time, I don't impose that on the other person as compared to other toxic people.
Oh, so you took this test in relationship to yourself.
to myself, not towards the other
I think
So-
that's the
okay.
difference there.
Yeah.
I thought of it in terms of relationships, and I think that does reflect, at least for me.
Gotcha.
Like, should we just go through like each thing so that people know what
Yeah,
it's
we
about?
can describe what each means. You want to
Yeah.
take it away? Cesar?
Yeah, so like anxious. I'm not gonna read everything verbatim, but like you feel close to your partner. Relationships take up your emotional energy. You're sensitive, and I think that is me personally. And like avoidant is like you prefer your independence. You're self-sufficient. You don't like keeping your partner at like really close all the time. And I think that's why mine is 0, because I don't mind that personally.
Oh, I think that's what the difference is, because we're looking at these terms kind of like as they are. So we look at avoidant and we're like, I'm not
Yeah.
avoidant. I'm more.
But there's actual like
yeah.
descriptions to it. There's like more to it. And then like secure, just so we finish it. Let's see. I don't really know how to summarize this one. Like you're secure in like your relationship with the other person.
You don't get easily upset. You're
Yeah.
warm and loving all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
Like communication.
I
What?
take this very like situational. I think it depends on your partner, because I felt like super anxious in my previous relationship because of the lying, because of he was an avoidant, so I always felt like I was never heard and I was never able to come back and talk to him about the situation, because he would always stonewall me or avoid me. We never came to a compromise on how to communicate effectively. But in my current relationship, it is very much more secure. We're both anxious, meaning like we both like to talk about our feelings in a deep emotional way. So I think it depends on the partner that you're with too. And I feel super secure in this relationship because of that. I don't know.
No, it makes sense.
So keep me honest. You guys are looking at it in terms of like how you act in a relationship, or how like a relation you feel in a relationship.
I was looking at it like how I act in a relationship. That's why I kind of didn't agree with mine at first, because I had like 50% anxious and 25% avoidant. I don't get jealous in relationships from like what I know. And like, I don't think I avoid problems. I kind of go straight head into them.
No, you said that if she was going through something, she's going to deal with it herself. You said
Yeah.
that earlier. So
That's
isn't
my
that
toxic
avoidant?
trait.
So,
That's also
But-
avoidant.
That isn't
But
avoidant.
if I'm feeling a problem,
Oh my
I'm gonna
it's
go
all about
and approach.
Mark.
Exactly. if it's not about me, I don't want to be in it.
It's Mark's world.
Mark's world. Oh,
Mark's
no.
way or the highway.
No, literally.
Exactly.
He's like, you have an opinion. No, you're a woman.
Hey, yo.
It has to be my way.
You can have an opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
I don't know if any woman's gonna want Mark after this episode.
What do you mean? I hate periods. I will literally shout at your uterus to
Does that
make you
do
feel better.
anything?
Yes, it's me being there for your period. I mean,
For the
No,
period? Not
for
even for the
you.
girl?
Against the period.
because I hate periods because that means we can't have fun because they're always going to be, in a kind of moody kind of way. They're going to be craving stuff.
Mark, just become a vampire. That's it.
Ah!
Okay. So,
Okay, getting back onto topic.
Why? Why do we do this?
Do you think communication styles, attachment issues here do affect your relationships?
for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
It's the basis.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
easier if you find someone who is in the same, attachment style as you?
Definitely.
Because that's what, personally I've experienced, and I think it's a world of a difference. But unless you have healthy boundaries with if your partner is an opposite communication style, then both need to come to terms and, compromise. Because one person is going to want to resolve it right then and there when a conflict occurs. One needs time and space to think about it. Yes, to feel what they need to feel. And
Are you
then
guys
come back.
confrontational?
I
I'm
am
pretty
very
confrontational.
I also am very
In the sense of right away.
Yes.
No, I'm the opposite. I need
You
time
take
to think on
time?
it. Yeah. Because I don't want to say something in the moment that I don't mean.
But if
That's
you're
my
saying it
main
in the
premise.
moment, isn't it
It's more raw.
exactly what you mean?
Exactly.
No, but sometimes because I let my emotions get the best of me, I think that could be another toxic trait. So like I will say sometimes, and I don't
You
like
mean-
feel good about
Oh,
this,
yeah.
but like I'll
It
say
came out the wrong way.
yeah,
Yeah. Like you said, your emotions, when you do feel, you feel a lot.
yeah.
So like maybe when you like project that or like express that, it's like
Too much.
like
Yeah.
Too-
It's like I don't actually mean
150%.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
150%.
That's true. I think it's
yeah.
just a very Cesar thing. He even like sending emails, as I've said before, right? He has to think about it multiple times.
But I think
Yeah.
on the opposite end, like the avoidant, like feels too much pressure, right? That
Yeah.
they're getting attacked or they're getting, it's all on them. So they retreat. But when a healthy balance, like the anxious should understand that the other person needs the time and space, but the avoidant should also come back and meet them in the middle of giving them the reassurance that we will talk about this, we will resolve this, I'm not leaving you, we'll get through this, but give them an X amount of time or that you're gonna come back. That reassurance is it's really
Yeah.
important.
I think that's fair.
That's a
Yeah.
good compromise. Yeah.
I do have another question. Sorry, V.
It's okay.
But do you guys think that you are fully aware of how you want yourself to act in a relationship? Or do you think there's a lot of growth and, difference that could possibly be made? I don't know if I should give an example.
I think if I
I know what
look
you
back
mean.
at my past couple relationships that I've been in, I think I acted different in each one. And I think that's a sense of growth. My first relationship, you guys already know, I was like super jealous all the time too.
I was gonna say, because all of these are very, I guess, are questions that reflect to what we are at now, but it's different from like every year this should change.
Oh,
These
for sure.
percentages
Yeah,
would
yeah.
change. I do think that I need more experiences in like more long-term relationship, like around 3+ years, for me to actually understand my love language and my my real toxic trait, because I don't really have long-term relationships, if that makes sense. And I feel like for every single person, I think Cesar needs to date more, not to call you out.
Hey, yo, as he calls me out.
And then V and Alyzza are both exploring their new relationships, and which may change from how you guys were before. So, yeah.
To your question, I think like I took a lot of time to heal from my previous relationship, so I did come into this new one with a mindset that I know what I want in my new relationship, and I made sure to be very careful and building a very strong foundation with this person in the talking stage, in the dating phase, before it even gets serious. At least this is just personally how I felt, because I never wanted to get to that point of toxicity ever again from my previous relationship. hence why I do feel like I did the growing, the healing on my own first, and then I was able to take that into my new relationship.
I agree.
Yeah.
You can't really give love to someone else if
you
you're
don't
not
love
fully.
yourself,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I agree.
Period.
Period.
Same for Alyzza.
Period. Slay. A lot of growth has happened between everyone here.
Yes,
for sure.
I can see
Yeah.
it. I don't know about this one, but
Whoa.
and then maybe on this side of the table. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Mark is growing, but his backbones are fusing.
In what way?
His backbones are fusing. He's becoming shorter.
Oh gosh.
I have another topic, but it's a little heavier. Or do you think we should end it off lightly here? What do you guys think? We
what's
have
our
5
time?
minutes left.
5 minutes left.
Let's run through it.
We can
Yeah.
run through
Well,
it.
I was gonna ask, do you think toxic relationships equal an abusive relationship?
Ooh, not necessarily is my initial thought.
Okay.
I think it's emotionally abusive.
Agree?
Yeah.
Well, there are different forms of abuse.
Yeah.
Physical, mental, emotional, right? But why do you think it is
Because
abusive?
in a toxic relationship, you're either it's always one-sided heavy, and it's kind of like the thing that I said, if it's not my way, then I don't want to be in it. And I think that hurts the other person
Yeah.
a lot,
Yeah.
because they're always trying to please you, and if they don't please you, then they're like, oh, I'm doing something wrong.
Or they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm also piggyback on Mark over there too, like the other side of it, right? The effect. So Mark was saying the cause, I'm gonna say the effect, right? When you come out of that person's emotionally scarred. They do have like PTSD and stuff like that. I mean, at least I had PTSD. It took me
Same.
4 years to get back into a relationship. Golly.
Damn.
But yeah, like,
But you did.
but I did.
Yeah.
But
We
I
all
still
heal.
have PTSD. There's still things that I see as signs sometimes with people that I've dated before that actually made me cut them out, because I could see it become toxic, or at least to me it would be like a reminder of something toxic, because it going through it, right, you experience it. But I mean, also at the same time, that growth, like some toxic relationships, they do take two to tango, right? I was also
Yeah.
toxic in some parts too.
I
I
was gonna
acknowledge
say,
that.
it does
But I mean,
take
like,
two.
yeah, you get hit with that. That's that PTSD that's going on. So I agree. Like, honestly, I'm gonna say, yeah, toxic relationships are abusive.
I think differently, actually. So I do think not. I do think most toxic relationships are abusive. Like, there's emotional abuse in there for sure, But I also think that there are small portions, or a few that are not toxic, because it's all down to communication. Although we did say that communication is a big key and foundation of a relationship, and if you don't have that, it becomes toxic. But I don't like throwing the toxic word around too much. So I just think that there is a disconnect between the two communication styles of the two parties,
And that's why.
and I think that's why I don't necessarily think that it's toxic. I just think that they're not communicating. Their love languages are not communicating. One would want quality time when it's not feasible, and the other is more like words of affirmation when the other one doesn't
Yeah.
really.
But that's not abuse.
That's not abuse.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
just a disconnect.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. Never thought about it like that.
Okay. Well, we'll take another break, and then we can get more opinions from the rest of the group. Is that okay?
Sure.
We have 20 seconds left.
20 seconds left, or
10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
all right. Or we can end it here. Whatever you want.
Should we just end
Well,
it?
No, I actually have a really
Okay, well,
fun
take a break.
part to the
Break.
next.
Take a break.
Back.
That was 30 minutes.
1, 2, 3,
Slay.
All right, guys. Oh my God, the mascot.
Oh.
He's dying. Cesar, you're killing him.
Sorry, Maddie.
toxic.
Being
All right.
toxic.
No, he's
Getting back
choked.
into our last topic, did anyone want to add on to that? Do you think a toxic relationship equals abusiveness? You said yes.
I also said yes.
Tim said he disagrees.
Yeah, I said no too.
Yeah. Alyzza?
I agree with Tim's. It's like the communication is not necessarily considered abusive, but all the jealousy, all that stuff could be abusive. Yes.
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 Yes. So
I feel like if we're looking at it from like a plain kind of, it's a toxic relationship point of view, then it usually links to an
Yes.
abusive
Yeah.
or mental toll on the other
Yeah.
person.
Of course.
Yeah, I did a little research on this topic, and this article said that it's actually not like toxic relationships don't equal abusiveness, because toxic relationships can be unhealthy, but you know, it's not an harmful intention behind a toxic behavior. Like the communication thing, right? It's not like you're intentionally doing that. It just
doesn't line
a line, yes. Where abuse, on the other hand, it stems from like a desire to hold power over someone, to control them, to manipulate the situation, and lying or gaslighting. Like those are more signs of like abuse. Yes. So,
But I feel like it's also, I disagree with that again.
Kind of do too,
I also
though.
disagree with that.
No, because I do think that that's like only a portion of toxic relationships. Because when you have a chokehold of the other person, that is a mental and emotional toll.
Yes.
The other person, which counts as an abuse.
Yes,
if that
yes,
makes
yes.
sense. You know, if they're just insecure all the time, it's actually abuse for both ends. Understandably, there's a lack of communication between the two, but when it becomes. But when the toxicity becomes such a big mental and emotional toll for both ends, I think it becomes abusive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
because like in a sense of, if you break it down, right, in that insecurity, the desire for the insecurity to feel secure is some sort of control, right? So I feel like even in a toxic relationship, the behaviors might not be intentional, but there's someone who's still trying to get control there. And that's why, to me, I think at a bare minimum, a toxic relationship is abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can lead into abuse. if
Yeah,
it's-
but I still don't
yeah.
think it's always, because if we say all toxic relationships are abuse, doesn't that kind of like remove the significance from abuse? Like, I don't want to like
Agree.
play it down.
Yeah.
For
Also,
actual
toxicity
abuse.
can also be subjective.
Yeah.
You know, so it depends on the other person. Some people like to get disrespected.
My
Consent.
God.
The key word is with consent. Per tin.
Choke me, daddy.
Either way,
baby
if anyone is struggling out there in a toxic relationship, in an abusive relationship, those were some signs that we've covered today on each topic. Please reach out to a trusted loved one, friend, family member, or even a domestic violence advocate, therapist. We can leave the number here on the screen if you need help. This is the hotline.
I love this. It's right here. It's right here, guys.
My personal advice, just because I came from a toxic relationship, that I think through time things will get better. I think when you are in that situation, you feel like this is your person, right? Like you're gonna go through ride and die with this person, and there's no one else out there for me. But on the other side of the tunnel, I think loving yourself first, putting yourself that you value and respect yourself enough that you know what you don't deserve is really important. So that's my advice.
Know your worth, queens.
Yes.
Slay, for sure.
Cut him off. It's okay. You can cut him off.
Yep.
You know, my parents were listening to a priest about toxic families last night. It was really funny.
Oh my
but the priest basically also said this: cut him off. It's okay. You can cut him off.
It's easier said than done.
For sure, for sure.
For sure. But just know that there are other options out there.
Yep.
It's not your end goal.
It's not the end of the world.
The end of the game, yeah. But to end off this episode, I have a fun thing really quick.
Fun.
Let's do it.
Let's go
No,
around.
I'm not gonna call my ex.
No, I
crazy,
will
V.
never.
That's crazy.
Never.
I want to go around to each person, and can you describe a toxic thing you guys have heard or personally put up with in your relationship but stayed? Like an experience, a detailed experience. Should I start? Who
yes.
wants to start?
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
I could start if
guess.
you want.
Okay, yeah.
She would constantly go through my like search history.
On your
And
phone?
On my phone, she would go through my messages. She would go through everything. And I was just kind of like, if it makes her feel secure, it's okay. But little did I know that was breaking my boundaries, like completely. I was just like putting everything out there. And I had no privacy whatsoever.
Okay.
I lost my friends through jealousy.
lost your friends.
Yeah. She made me give up my friends.
Did you regain those friends?
Oh, I did afterwards, right away. And I honestly want to extend my extreme gratitude to my friends who were able to take me back and forgive me for that too. But that was something that happened for sure. Yeah, it tore me up, and that was like a boundary that I stepped over now that I will forever hold.
When I hung out with my one friend, the little one that we all know,
The little one.
she was like,
Oh.
she was like, you didn't talk to me for 2.5 years.
Oh, snap.
Friends.
She was still there. It was-
Yeah.
Oh,
It was great.
Yeah.
I see that.
Things are better.
How
Oh,
about
is
you
it
guys?
me?
Yeah.
No, like the other person is neglectful. It was like, for example, like he left me at a club. And he was my
We don't deal with
he was my designated driver.
Damn, nah, that ain't it.
Him.
How did you get home?
Huh? Someone else dropped me off.
Fuck that.
No.
That's disrespect for real.
That's a safety thing.
I
Yeah.
know. And I stayed.
That brings me
Never
back,
really
you know.
Oh yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Cesar, do you
Yeah.
have any personal
Yeah.
experience?
So she was very on and off. Like one day she'd be saying like, "Oh, I love you," like be super into you, and the next week or like whatever, it'd be like, "Oh,
Cold.
like yeah," like she'd say stuff like, "Oh, I'm not into you as much as you are into me." I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Damn."
You're just playing with your feelings,
Yeah.
right?
I think for me, I think this happened a lot towards the end of my previous relationship, but it's like I dealt with a lot of jokes. But him playing it off as jokes, but honestly I look back and like it's kind of disrespectful. Him joking around dinner tables, yelling at me, like snapping at me, be like, "Lisa, why are you looking at and that guy over there?" Like snapping at me like, "Hoi, stop." And like playing it off in front of my friends. "Oh, I'm just joking with her. I'm just teasing with her." But I'm like, dude, what did I do? You know? Like why? Why do you have to constantly do this? And
Yeah.
like
She just has ADHD. She can't stay focused.
bruh. Exactly. Deal with it. But like dealing with all the quote unquote jokes where they were actually kind of disrespectful and like coming out of nowhere, you know? Uncalled for. And I just stayed because I was like, yeah, I can deal with it. But it's like, no, I don't want to anymore.
Yeah. Well, all good points, guys. My personal experience, I had someone from high school, a girl, reach out to me telling me that she found my ex on Tinder
Oh.
and sent me a screenshot of his profile, and I confronted him and he denied it. But it was weird because I had access to his like I had passwords to his stuff, so I logged into the
You're
account.
one of those girls.
It was mutual, but I never knew. Like I just knew the password, so I logged on to the account. It was active. Active as in like the photos were updated, photos I've taken of him
Yeah, it's like new.
in our like vacations and stuff. So it wasn't like an old profile, you know. Not active as in like he wasn't messaging anyone, but it was
Updated.
Yeah, no, still having it would not
And,
settle with me.
Yeah, that was that, and he denied it. So it was not him, but it's not. He said that it was someone pretending to be him, or someone made this profile of him.
All of our faces were like, oh, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out
That
of
ain't-
here.
And I was delusional enough to believe him and stayed for a little bit more.
Babe,
That's it.
I didn't kiss her. Somehow her lips just ended up on mine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
For
that's
some reason, my pants just dropped.
Oh my god, my thingy just ended up in her thingy. I don't even know what happened.
That's
It's
dumb.
okay, babe.
that's crazy. Well, thank you for telling us or sharing your experiences today. We had like a very deep convo. It was very meaningful, but yes, hotlines on screen down below. Take your anxious or avoidant quiz.
Attachment style quiz.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
And
Slay.